Rennsport is finally available on PC and console, and we're going to try it for the very first time today on my personal setup and just see how the game feels. It's going to be a raw first impressions on my home rig. There's going to be no fancy edits. So let me know if you actually like these kind of videos. I'm going to try to be as authentic as I can be. But one thing I have to say and disclose is this is a sponsored video. Rennsport is sponsoring this video for me to show you the gameplay and just show you the game itself. I'm going to be as real as possible because for me that's more important in terms of my integrity and my personal brand. So I'm going to be as polite as I can be and try to find the good and the things that we can improve on here. So let's just start right away by taking a look at the menu and how intuitive everything is. So starting off, you arrive at the landing page, the main menu page. You have a pretty clean setup, to be honest. I really like the way it's laid out. It's very easy to understand where things are. You know, you have the race, the race tab, single player, quick play, multiplayer. So that's really neat. I know a lot of people have been talking about the store. That's something we should probably just speak about straight away, because I've already seen the impressions from other people. From what I've seen, like, you know, Basic Ollie and Jardier, these guys have said that it's a complete miss. And I have to agree. It's just, I would probably have not done this in terms of laying out, you know, for instance, going with a livery and one of these schemes like the Call of Duty does, or these games that are a lot more developed. Maybe like hold off on this. You know, if you're gonna buy liveries and force people to buy paints that are they're not that great, to be honest. I think it's a little bit of a miss. So probably would have been better to, you know, maybe start the game, get people into it, and then release some kind of storefront where you can buy these liveries. And I know the way it even lines up with the credits is a bit awkward, because if you're, let's say you go to buy the credits, like I have 1100 credits, so I can get, you know, a few of these different paints. But you have to get the credits. Let's say we go buy, it's like for 500 credits, it's $6.49 Canadian. You can get 1,000 credits with 100 bonus for $13. I probably would have not done this to start, because everybody's going to focus on this and not the actual gameplay itself. Probably the best avenue would have been get people playing the game, see if they like it, and then introduce, you know, this kind of store to generate revenue for the game. So garage, you can look through your collection. You have a car collection, all the different ones. So I have the deluxe version of this game, so I own pretty much everything here. But I also just downloaded the base version, and from my understanding, you just get the BMW M2. So you get this M2 CS as like the base car. And if you want anything else, then you need to you have to purchase them. Also with credits, or you just get the deluxe version of the game. So it would have been cool to have, or to include more cars straight off the bat. I know other sims make you buy cars, but at least there's a bigger base of cars that you can start off with. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, let's just go look through here. So you have your liveries, stickers. I think it's all kind of linked to the store. Again, it's probably should have started with focusing on the gameplay itself, because it is kind of fun. I had fun during the Creator Cup. Now the menu, I haven't set anything up yet, so we'll just kind of go into it. Let's just see what the default graphics are on everything, and we'll just jump into like a single player. I'm not going to be singing. You can do single player, you can do a quick session, time trial, or you can run a championship. So you can advance through the racing tiers from rookie to pro. I'm actually curious, what is this? So you basically would start. So this is like their very basic level career mode, where it's getting you the experience you need to be able to go online, essentially, from what I've been told. So you start with the rookie class, and that's the M2, which is the base car that's given to you. And then you graduate with medals, and then you go to the amateur ranks, which I'm assuming that's a Porsche Cup car. And then you go into GT3s and hypercars. Let's see quick play. So quick play, you can just jump into You know what? That's probably the thing that most people are gonna do. Your first thing I do is if I get a game, if I see quick play, I'm getting a quick taste of what the game is actually feeling like. So let's go to, I don't want to drive the M2. We're gonna select car. Naturally, we gotta drive the AMG GT3 because that's my car I race in real life. So let's do that. Select car. I think this is an online quick play. So that's what this is. It's quick matchmaking. So it actually simplifies the whole process. It's more casual. And I do like it that it's a more casual approach to racing. It simplifies the whole process. Like it's like going into a Call of Duty lobby where you just do a quick play, more casual. And this is kind of neat because you could probably just pick up a controller and run a casual race if you want, because this is also catered towards controller players as well. Rennsport's cross-platform compatible, and that's going to be huge for attracting a larger player base. And like I mentioned about the lower entry point in terms of skill level and allowing everyone to feel like they can be competitive really quickly, I think that's going to be great for the game because it will bring a larger player base. Nothing's worse than casually jumping on a game, being terrible at it, and then feeling like, yeah, it's going to take too much time or effort to be competitive and have a good time. Because let's be real, losing sucks and winning is great. And if you don't have to try that hard to win and you can have an opportunity to kind of be in there with a shot of winning, then I think that's going to be a huge win for everyone in general because it'll bring the field closer together. Racing is going to be closer, more fun, and with the way it's set up and having, 12 people per race and so many different lobbies, it's going to be fun because you're always going to have somebody to race. And with the shorter race formats, it's really nice as well. You don't need to allocate your whole day or afternoon towards playing and training. You can just go on, have a good time. And I think that's actually probably one of the strengths for Rennsport is the fact that you can just pick up a controller. You don't even need all the racing equipment that you would need in other games. You could be just as competitive with a controller because, the controls are there for you. It's set up. There are driving aids that will allow you to drive the car and be reasonably competitive with just a controller. So we'll just wait really quickly. I don't know if that's only 3 people that we're going to be racing. So we're in practice. There's 45 seconds left in practice. I think what we'll do is we'll just try to get things set up here. So in terms of camera, I'm going to just adjust that really quick. We're going to go to the interior camera. I'm going to do this interior FOV. We're going to go a little bit tighter. This is all just kind of carefully measuring by eye, by the way. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Height. Let's get the pitch angle down Oh, hello. I was not done setting up my FOV. Well, this is what we have. We're going to live with this. And we're going to go for qualifying. A lot of vibration in the steering wheel, and these are all just the default. Oh god. Whoa, a lot of vibration. These are the default settings. I haven't changed anything. So there's obviously some fine tuning to do in terms of force feedback. There's a lot of engine vibration noise. And I've already driven this combo, so it's kind of helpful. I drove this exact combo with this car at the Sim Racing Expo and the Creator Cup. Now, I don't know why my lap is canceled. It's a bit odd. Oh, I forgot I should have adjusted my pedals because you need a lot of brake pressure in this game. You actually need to brake at 100% pressure to make the car work well. Now, I wouldn't say that this is like the most realistic simulator. This is definitely more of a in-between, it's like a simcade, I would call it. I would consider this a simcade for sure. But it is kind of fun to drive because the skill level that is required to be pretty competent at this game is, I would say, low. So it's accessible for most people. Skill level to be reasonable, okay, is kind of low. So everyone can drive this game and have a good time with it. It's definitely reaching the broader audience. But it's not something I would use for prepping for a race weekend, if you know what I mean. But compared to how this felt at the Sim Racing Expo, I have to say, like, it's actually better on my own equipment, obviously. I just need to fine-tune everything to make sure that that I'm maximizing. I'm maximizing the gear and the equipment, and also optimizing my inputs for the game. Now, ABS and TC are just on 11 and 8, and that's way too high, just saying. So I just wanted to run everything on default and just see how it is, and that's a terrible lap. 222. We were running 217s at the expo, so it just goes to show you where we're at here. I have to adjust the settings a lot. It's on like the most basic amateur style setup. Now I need to go to the menu. So now the question is, where is the menu? Why can't I adjust my settings? We're not going to be able to adjust traction control or TC. We're just going to do this, and we're going to just send it. All right. So I think there's just a bug here because it says drive-through penalty in 3 laps because I'm driving outside of the track limits. I'm not sure where I should be driving. Let me try driving here and see if this is part of the track. Maybe this is my calling. This is normally where I like to drive, right here. All right. Well, I got a black flag. It's over. Okay, so there's a little bit of a bug there, so that's interesting. Think that. So let's just try single player. Let's go to single player and we'll try a quick session, and we'll change the car up this time, and let's try something different, like a cool track. Let's go to like Singapore. There's Jeddah. Let's have a look at all the different tracks that they have. So these are the Asian tracks. We have Fuji, Jeddah, Orchard. Wow. I'm slow. Orchard Road. That's in Singapore. That's created by Legions of Racers. So that's like a made-up track, but that looks like an interesting layout, and it's, I'm assuming, a street circuit. Got Monza, we got Spa, which we just did. This is, okay, that's a crazy track. This is like in the mountains of Switzerland. Hockenheim, Nürburgring. We have a figure 8, I'm assuming, because of the shape on the side. Daytona, great track, great track. The Founders track, so this is, oh, I see what they did there. They literally made the R of Rennsport as the track. And of course, the greatest racetrack of all time, Road Atlanta. All right, I'm gonna say, let's go to Jeddah. I've raced at Jeddah. I've won at Jeddah in GT World Challenge when we raced there last year. Let's try that. Should we drive the Mercedes? Let's drive a different car. I think we should drive let's drive something very fast. Do we have a hypercar? Let's go with the Porsche hypercar. I've already raced the Mercedes there. I want to try something wild. So mode, practice. We're not gonna race yet, are we? Yeah, we're gonna race. We're gonna race. Go number of laps. Let's go like let's just do a 2-lap race. Gameplay, drivers and cars. So damage 0, fuel usage. Okay, we're just gonna leave all that on default. Let's take off. You know what? Let's just make it chaotic. Let's add all the classes, all the cars. Now the question is, how many people are going to be here? Let's go number of drivers maximum. We're going to go 12. Oh, you know what though? We can't do that, because if it's 12 cars total and we only have these classes, it's not going to be cool. So let's make it cool. We're going to put hypercar only, and it's BMW, Porsche. We're going to do both of them. Balance performance. We don't need to add or change anything. Kind of cool that you can. Okay, that is kind of cool. You can do BOP. So you can do drag percentage, That is interesting. So you can actually adjust if like one car is OP, or let's say like driver skill wise, like maybe one driver's way better than the other. You can adjust some of the cars to make them dialed down or dialed up. So that's kind of cool that they have this option. That is a neat option. Track conditions. I mean, it's going to be hot. We're in the middle of June. Let's go. Let's just send it. Now the question is, I need to figure out how to actually send it. So race stage. So you have to add stages. Okay, so we're going to go race and race. Is there a way to start this? Am I not seeing it? There it is. You have to escape. Go back. The menu. I don't know if we're going to do all 3 races, but we're going to at least do this one. Okay, here we go. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Why are they hitting me? What did I ever do to you? What is this guy? What is he doing? Okay, that's interesting. He just fully turned into me in the middle of the straight. It vibrates like crazy. I'm gonna see actually quickly if I can adjust that because it's just ruining my experience. So edit. I'm just gonna I turned it down by like half of what it was. Save. So driving wise, I'll just leave everything on like the default for now. And let's give that a go again. I think we should restart. Let's return to the pits. We're going to restart. We're going to go to the next stage. And we're going to try again. And that's why we set up 3 stages. Obviously, it was designed like that. So we're going to start from the back this time. My rightful position. Let's see if we can get a better start. The answer is no. But at least we're not going to get crashed into by the AI. And this is what traffic looks like on a Friday afternoon, even though it's Tuesday. Okay, let's see how the AI is behaving. They're a lot more behaved this time. Just as I say that, this guy, I don't know, was that my fault? Maybe it was my fault. I turned into him a little bit. Okay, so compared to like what we had at the Sim Racing Expo, I tried an early access version of the AI cars, and they're behaving better on the start, at least. Because before they just make 90-degree right-hand turns or left-hand turns into you. So it's definitely an improvement. Now, I'm not even sure what their skill level is set to, but it seems, oh God, oh my God, he just ended my life. All right, so man, it's so hard to say. Like I feel like I'm hanging on for dear life on this. It's only 1 lap. Okay. All right. Next stage. Let's see if we can do a better job on the next race. If I would have known it's a 1-lap race, I would have sent it way harder. Okay, so now we have to get a better start. I'm going to try to slip the clutch a little bit better. Block this guy. I'm getting such good starts. I'm going down the inside. Boink. Thank you. I'm using him as brakes. And again, thank goodness there's no damage. At least there's... Oh. Yeah, so like the first laps, the AI is driving really cautiously. Well, now there's no ABS on this car, but there is a lot of TC. From what I felt at the Sim Racing Expo, it was actually a lot of fun. It was actually a lot of fun to race other players. The slipstream was cool, like it was really strong. You couldn't really pull away from anyone. So that kind of ties into skill gap. It's a really low skill ceiling. So you can get really quick, really quickly. I mean, I only did 5 laps at the Sim Racing Expo, and I was pretty much on pace with some of the esport pros. Like, no joke. I was shocked because they were also there drive. Actually, let's look at the multiplayer. The way this is my first time looking at it, actually, and this is pretty interesting. We're gonna look at the multiplayer here. You have dates. You can go through all the dates and you can see what's available through the schedule. So today's Tuesday, November 11th. We're looking through. There's 120 people. So like there's a good amount of players. 132. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good amount of players, but there's enough to at least have some fun here. Because as far as I understand, it's like 12 people per lobby, which is an interesting format. So yeah, that's already running. So yeah, you can go through, you can look, and you can see how things are set up. It's actually really clean and interesting. I like the UI, the way they've done this. We'll go back. That's the multiplayer. We won't go into it and actually drive in a multiplayer race, but you know, you can kind of get the gist of how this game runs and the way it feels. So it's pretty simple, I would say, simple to understand for somebody that's just getting into it. Like the entry point is very, very low. It's not requiring a lot. You can drive with a controller, very easy to understand. I think that's good, but at the end of the day, like I said, player base, that's what's going to make this game either work or fail. I'm a little conflicted because of a few things, and I want to have a real talk with you guys about this and just speak honestly. If I have my sim racer and real race car driver hat on, I really don't see myself playing Rennsport on this equipment. It's not really something that's going to replicate reality for me. I'm not going to use it as a training tool, so I'm not going to play it on this setup. This is my immersive racing setup where I'm trying to chase reality and simulate what I'm actually feeling in the real car. But with a controller on the console, that's where it's fun. And I just thought, you know, let me take myself back to the Sim Racing Expo. I did the Creator Cup. That was so much fun. I enjoyed myself so much that I encouraged the organizers to make us do one more race. I just had such a blast. And it's because I wasn't using my super immersive, realistic setup. And same thing happened when I used the controller. I had so much fun. I was chasing lap time. It's a new skill I had to learn driving with a controller. The casual aspect of racing came back. It became more fun and less stressful because just short races, a good quick, you know, race around the track with your buddies brought me back to like the Forza Motorsport Gran Turismo days of when I used to fire it up on my Xbox or PlayStation and play with my friends. So I'm going to be using it in the future with the controller at home on my Xbox. That's the application use for me. I don't see myself using it on my racing sim. But what about you guys? Like, what do you guys think of the game? I would love to hear your feedback. Just write everything openly down below in the comments and just let me know what your feelings and your thoughts are now that you've seen pretty much everything. And if you've played it, just let me know what you guys think. I'm just really curious, and I'm sure all the feedback will help make this a better game for the developers as well, because then at the end of the day, like, you know, it's not just set in stone. There's opportunity to improve. And if we just have a closed mind and just completely tear things apart, that's just negativity. We want constructive criticism. We want to try to improve. Nothing's perfect in life. We're always looking to improve. So this is a good opportunity to share your positivity and maybe constructive criticism to help propel this game forward and really optimize what we have available to us. And if you liked this video and this kind of video, consider subscribing, and you can like the video or dislike it. If you didn't like it, you can go ahead and dislike it. That's also fine. Like I'm totally cool with whatever you guys choose to do. You're free to say what you want. Just don't be like a terrible human, okay? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.